First, I'd like to start off by thanking everyone, UPFNA, for giving me this opportunity, especially Auntie and Vijay Uncle for making this possible. Thank you. So my name is Pranav Chhalliyil, and I'm 11th grade at Maharshi School, Fairfield, Iowa, and I will be talking to you about my research. Before that, since you heard the word dental, I'd like to start off by asking you guys a question. It's a very important question. I hope you all have the answer to that. Did anyone clean your mouth today, yesterday, or anytime? Did you guys clean your mouth? Brushing, tongue cleaning, anything? Wow, only the kids I see. I don't see much in the back, but it's very important to clean your mouth, and hopefully if you haven't, or if you have, hope my presentation will inspire you or give you some knowledge about that. Next slide, please. So, I'd like to start off by introducing you to my research. So, the objective of Biofilm projects. So scientists, researchers, doctors, everybody is trying to find a way to disrupt biofilm formation and maturation. But why is this important? Why do you think oral health is important? Because poor oral hygiene may lead to many deadly diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. And that is something that is prevalent in the world today, and there has been research done on this case. And my research is to find a cost-effective and efficient method of oral cleaning that can hopefully prevent many deadly diseases and can be used throughout the globe. Next slide, please. So I think the kids have seen the unified method, the 5 fingers, yesterday, right? So I'd like to connect my research to that. So I mentioned the word biofilm. Has anyone heard of the word biofilm before? Nice. Well, I don't see enough hands today, so I will go over that. So biofilm is basically, in a short sentence, many bacteria, a bunch of bacteria that have colonized a stable surface like the enamel of your teeth. So how does that work? So here you can see, you can connect to the thumb, is expansion. So what is that? Bacteria are all around the mouth. And bacteria is not good or bad, it is all of them working together that causes diseases. And step 2, so that's how it starts. It expands, then it localizes, so the index finger. So that is when the bacteria attach to a stable surface like the enamel of your teeth. Now the middle finger, interaction. So the bacteria interact together and form a biofilm, which eventually becomes into plaque, tartar. And what is the 4th step? Transformation. Yes, that's when the bacteria from just plaque and biofilm turn into calculus or tartar in the presence of minerals. Now to the stabilization field. So what does that mean? So they create, so here you can see that they create a stable environment which causes many deadly diseases. So here you can see in the bottom is your teeth and the early colonizers of bacteria. So first step, then the middle colonizers, then the later colonizers, and the final colonizers. So all of them together, when they stick to your teeth, turn into biofilm, which can eventually turn into plaque, cause tartar or calculus. Yeah. So here you can see that. So they have early colonizers, the streptococci, have inhabited the teeth, the middle, then the later, and all the last ones. So all of them together turn into plaque, and then harden into calculus or tartar, then as an inflammatory response, cause many deadly diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. But you might be wondering then, why is something so small as bacteria turning into many, even potentially causing many deadly diseases? So how do we tackle this case? Nobody wants to have poor oral hygiene, so how do we tackle this? Kids, do you have any idea of how we could tackle based on your knowledge of the biofilm? So if you want to, let's say you want to disrupt a colonizers, so which one would you want to do? Do you want to do the early, middle, or late? Just you need to disrupt the colonizers. Yes, Purna? Huh?
Early?
Yes. Why do you think early? Yes, that's very smart. So that is the case. So if you disrupt the early colonizers or the streptococci, then you can prevent the biofilm formation and maturation. So that's what I did. Next slide, please. So I'd like to just summarize this. So with 75 subjects, I had grown live plaque or biofilm in their mouth, and they did assigned cleaning methods to see how the biofilm was disrupted. Next slide, please. So this is the most important chart of my project. So this is the final results. So this is the published data on the oral microbiome of biofilm. So I want to ask you one thing. Here you can see that 20 to 45% of the biofilm is streptococci, or the early colonizers of bacteria. So when you brush your teeth, or the BT method, my brushing method, you see that it only went to 15%. But we all brush our teeth every day. But why is it when you do this particular brushing method that you could disrupt it? So BT stands for brushing and tongue cleaning. We all brush our teeth. What's the difference? Yes, so that's what I was able to learn, that tongue cleaning has an effect. But why tongue cleaning? What's so important? So we all eat food every day, and some of the food particles actually stick to our teeth. And they're the ones that feed the bacteria in our mouth, and they're the ones who help the bacteria grow. So when you clean your tongue, you're basically making the bacteria go on a diet, or you're basically making them starve. So the next chart you can see is the CT, which is the nano charcoal, which brought it down to just 5%. Now how is this possible? Just a charcoal made from rice husk that has been heated, how is that bringing it down to just 5%? How is that possible? That's when I realized that the nano charcoal has nanopores which adsorb the bacteria. So the nanopores adsorb the streptococci, disrupting the early colonizers of bacteria. Now to the final method, GT, which brought it down to just 3%. But now this is funny. GT is basically your finger going to different parts of your mouth. How is that going to be effective compared to the brushing charcoal? Why do you think just your finger going to different parts of your mouth be so effective? Anybody have an idea? Huh? Yeah, well, your finger is easily accessible to different parts of your mouth where normally your toothbrush can't go. However, the most important thing is, who carries their toothbrush 24/7 all around with you? Your toothbrush. I guess one person's carrying his toothbrush everywhere, but most people don't. But what we carry with us is our finger. And the importance of the finger is that within just 30 minutes to 2.5 hours of oral cleaning, after just that long, the biofilm starts to grow. And since your finger is accessible at all times, you can clean your mouth after every meal, snack, and drink, which is the frequent disruption of biofilm. Next slide, please. So what do I want you guys to take away from my project? Is that I have now created a method called the GIFS method, which is basically your finger, again, going to different parts of your mouth, along with tongue cleaning. So you might be wondering what GIFS is. It's gum and tooth rubbing with your index finger, plus tongue cleaning, plus water swishing. So that's what GIFS stand for. And my research is a paradigm shift because I'm suggesting the frequent disruption of biofilm, because doctors are and dentists are suggesting after just morning and night oral cleaning. But here I'm suggesting after every meal, snack, and drink. It is not hard at all. You have your finger at all times. And it's a paradigm shift because I'm suggesting a simple, cost-effective way of preventing many of these deadly diseases by disrupting the early colonizers of biofilm. And that disrupts the biofilm maturation and formation. Next slide, please. So I thought, now, why am I going to recommend just brushing to everyone? Because I'm actually, I'm recommending the brushing with your finger, and also along with nano charcoal. So morning and night nano charcoal cleaning, and after every meal, snack, and drink, just the finger method with water. So I did more research on that and found that, of course, the nano charcoal with the GIFS method is simple, it's cost effective, so I want my research to be accessible to all around the world. Everybody can use this because it is definitely a cost effective method, even in developing countries. And it's eco-friendly. So it's made from rice husk, and 600 million tons of plastic are being used to make toothbrushes. So we can avoid that because plastic definitely has harmful effects on our environment. So now we're cutting that down. And mine is made out of rice husk, which is naturally made because we are eating rice. And 100 million tons of rice husk is generated each year. And it's microbiome friendly, so through my research I was able to find how it helps the oral microbiome. And also it naturally whitens teeth and removes bad breath. Who wants to have bad breath and non-white teeth? We all want that, so it naturally whitens the teeth without any harmful chemicals and removes bad breath. And it adsorbs polysaccharides and proteins. So polysaccharides and proteins are chemical messages between bacteria. So we are basically cutting that communication by using the nanocharcoal. And it also adsorbs yeast. So yeast such as Candida albicans play a key role in gum diseases. So we're also preventing that. Next slide, please. So this is the rice husk that I heated. Next slide, please. When you heat it, it'll become into a black powder or ash, or not ash, black powder made from the rice husk. Next slide, please. So now I feel that I have something. I've done research, I made a poster board, I presented at science fair, but is that reaching to the common man? Is that going to be benefiting anyone? So that's when I thought, why don't I give awareness to different parts of the globe? So I started out my journey by giving dental awareness camps to remote villages of India, so different students from there. So here I'm inspiring them to clean their mouth. A lot of them have awareness, some don't. In fact, I noticed that a lot of the kids didn't know how to even properly clean your teeth. I'm not saying that India is bad or anything. I'm saying that it was just the lack of awareness in some places. So to bring that awareness, I gave dental awareness camps. So I've been doing that for the past 5 years. So next slide, please. So if you're interested in learning more about my research, or if you're inspired to do research and you'd like any help from me, please let me know. So this is my email, and this is my website. It's very simple, Pranav Chhalliyil, 2 H's and 1 L, so it's a little bit hard, but you can hopefully take a picture. And my website's easy, cpranav.com. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Pranav. That was very informative and it's going to be useful. I don't know how many of us are not going to buy toothbrush anymore. Use your finger, right? We will see.
And if you're interested, I have released a product line made out of nanocharcoal, so it's also available for purchase.
Sure, thank you. Kids, now it's all about you, right? Who are registered for art contest, I would like to request the kids to go to the back room. Please take all your coloring supplies with you. And also follow the rules. If you talk in between or not following the rules, you will be disqualified for the prize. While kids are getting into the back room for the art contest, I would like to request Mr. Gopi Krishnan back on stage to honor Pranav, sorry. Thank you, Pranav. So now let's get to the main event of